What's the word of that person that just describes what's going on? Narrator.
Narrator.
Jesus Christ.
I could be a narrator. Or one of those people at the concerts who does the sign language. I love that so much.
I'm a savage.
Yes. But have you ever watched like a rap concert, or not even that, like a courtroom, anything like serious, and it's like you're just watching and you see the person in the corner like
yeah, like
with their hands, and nobody know what's going on except for like the one deaf person in the audience.
The one deaf person's like
jumping up in the audience like this.
I know what the fuck is going on. I know that secret language.
But imagine having to be that person like at like who's like a rapper, like what the hell's his name? Why can't I forget? 6ix9ine, whatever.
Yeah.
With like the words he says, and imagine being the person like signing the N-word.
Yeah. My burger. I don't want to put it down on my table. It's like, oh, I got you.
Oh God, I can't.
I hate rappers nowadays.
I hate all singers nowadays.
Whoa.
It's not like the old stuff. Oh,
all right. Okay, boomer. Chill out.
That's gone. No, I don't know. I'm in my history of rock and roll class now.
Oh, really? How is that?
Kind of boring. It's actually
Why?
kind of.
I thought you like rock and roll.
I do. It's like I know everything that there is to know about all that shit already.
Oh, really?
And it's like just me sitting there.
Wait, so like what bands?
Like Elvis Presley.
Of course, it's fucking
Chuck Berry, all the old like the fathers of rock and roll and stuff like that. My teacher's a psycho, like an absolute nut job.
Really?
He,
Does he play the bass?
He plays everything. He plays like a trumpet.
Nah, he's one of those.
He's like, yeah, I perform every weekend. I go to the bar. I perform for people. He's like 60 years old. He's like the old rock and roll bands that you see at the like
Grateful Dead.
Like Grateful Dead. Yeah.
Oh, he's a Grateful Dead fan.
He's probably.
I was a huge Grateful Dead
I like
fan
Grateful
for a
Dead.
while.
I like the Grateful Dead.
When I thought I was like a hippie.
I'm entering my hippie phase now.
Oh.
At like 23.
Ugh.
I'm like just
Get
getting
away.
into it.
You're never welcome here ever again.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I'll hang the psychedelic thing in my room. Yeah.
You're not welcome here anymore. Actually, I might cut this podcast. We're gonna end it right here.
All right.
All right.
See ya.
Yeah. Bye. See you later.
Not that bad, but like, I don't know. When I go out and stuff, I don't want to dress like a hippie, but
I like
pop a little acid.
balanced people. I like people who have like the spiritual side, and like they like nature and stuff like that. But when they take it to the next level, it's like I'm gonna go and like camp in front of a tree.
Oh my God.
KYS.
Oh, I have a story. So, someone in my family, I really don't know who she is or how she's related to us in any way. No, I think
the bridge story.
That we'll tell later.
We can't tell that story here.
That's a bad story.
Too many triggers. It would trigger so many people.
Put a big trigger warning right here.
Yeah.
But this woman, I think she actually is my aunt's friend. She like has this kid and big hippie, like doesn't shave her armpits, like goes around like hairy, looks like a Wolverine. Took her kid out into the woods. They live in the woods.
No,
they live in the woods in like California on like a weed farm or whatever the hell they're called. And she just lives with like this 4-year-old in a tent. And they all like come out and sing Kumbaya around the fire and stuff and drop acid.
A 4-year-old dropping acid.
I don't think she's 40. I think she's young. I think she's like 30.
I mean, the kid you say is a 4-year-old, right?
Oh, 4. I thought you said 40-year-old.
No, 4-year-old popping acid.
4-year-old with it on the tongue. Oh, God, that kid's going to be so messed up.
He's going to end up in a fucking psych ward.
That's a scary drug. Acid.
LSD? Yeah.
LSD, any of that stuff.
Yeah.
It's like the kind of drug that like you want to try, but then like I'm so...
Shrooms, LSD, all that is...
I'm so in shambles in my mind already that I know that I would just jump off a cliff.
Yeah. Well, like, I had a girl that I used to talk to. She used to do, like, a ton of LSD. And one day she said that she did, and she had, like, a really bad trip. And she felt like she was never going to come out of it. I guess time slowed down or whatever. And she was like, she wanted to like kill herself because she felt like she was in that for like an eternity. I don't know what the thought process was, but I guess she felt like she was in it for like a long time.
That's terrifying.
And like she went downstairs to like her medicine cabinet and she like was about to pop like a shit ton of like oxycodones. Yeah, and like luckily her mom was coming down the stairs at that point before she like took it. And she's like, "What the hell are you doing?" And she told like she was tripping on acid and like and she thought she was gonna be on it forever and like
That's something like you got to do with people you trust though.
Yeah.
Not like by yourself in like, a room,
no. Like the thing is with LSD, like I've like researched it, stuff like that. You gotta go into the trip with like a good
positive
mood,
thoughts.
like positive mood. Like it's almost like before you go to sleep, if you have like a negative thought, you might have a nightmare type of thing. So like that's with LSD. Like if you're stressed out, if you're not going into like with a positive like mindset,
you're just
you will have a really bad trip, like really bad. Same thing with shrooms.
And then you're jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge. Shrooms too. But have you ever seen those two? I saw this tweet like went viral, I guess, recently. And this person's like sending their friend all these pictures, like these trees, like, whoa, look, like I'm tripping and stuff. And they send a picture of like a demon. It's like demon, like trying to scare her. It's like a bad trip.
Well, I had a friend of mine who was kid I used to hang out with in PA, like just like a school friend. I never hung out with him afterwards because I knew like the kid was like just this like hippie druggie. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to get involved with that. But he like did LSD, and like it was like a Friday, and then like we saw each other at school on Monday. He's like, dude, I tripped out so hard this weekend. I'm like, why'd you do? He's like, well, I just basically laid in my bed for like 2 days in a row, and I'm like, okay. But he's like, yo, the weirdest thing happened. So like, I had like Iron Maiden, the band. Yeah. So I had an Iron Maiden poster like on my wall, and I just kept staring at it, and then like I was tripping, and I thought the skull was gonna eat me. So like I was like running away, but like I was still in my bed, but I was running away, and I'm like, dude, you're gonna go crazy. But the thing is, people actually go nuts like if they do too much of it.
Oh yeah, they go like into psych wards and stuff. Those are the people that like the crazy schizophrenic people that you see. In, like,
because like a lot of like 60s rock like legends would say, like I don't know, like they would say that like there's like a term for it. It's like you come out through the other side.
Break the simulation.
Yeah, where you just literally.
Break the simulation. Yeah. More proof.
Where you just like past this point of like you don't feel like you're in reality. Like you're in like in this like long-term psychosis.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Waking up and you just like don't know who you are. But then you also see like the news stories.
No, like they know who they are, but they just feel like reality is not reality.
Yeah, it's like they're just like floating over their body, dissociating.
Yeah, it's like a huge dissociation. Like they just that kind of happened to me when like the first time I smoked weed. I got caught. Like I smoked with my buddy, so like we went out to smoke, and we smoked the first time, then we went back out and smoked the second time because the first time nothing happened, but the second time like I was like, what's going on? I never had a good like experience with weed, never. That's why I don't smoke. But I almost felt like I was watching my body. Like I wasn't like looking from a third point of view. I was looking at myself. No, but like I had like a out of body experience where I was like looking. I was just like, it was almost like my body was like robotic, and I was just like watching myself do things, and I was like, what the fuck?
Figured it out. That's why drugs are illegal, because it breaks you out of the simulation.
Literally,
and you see yourself.
Yeah.
The Truman Show.
Yeah. Well, that's why like so many like great songs came out of the 60s with the whole like LSD movement.
Oh yeah. The Beatles?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Their whole like Yellow Submarine album, all those old like trippy psychedelic album covers of like the albums that they did are like all just them just like messed up on shrooms.
That's why like there's so many colors in all the albums from the 60s, because like LSD does that. It like distorts your like color like scheme of view or whatever, and everything's like very colorful and stuff like that.
Like distorted.
Yeah. So that's why it's like that's why it's all the wavy like Yeah.
I feel like a lot of artists, like painting artists and stuff, are like on olden day LSD and stuff like that.
I feel like to be an artist, to be like a really good artist, you have to be on some type of drug.
No, you have to. Definitely.
To be like extremely creative. Even like if you like smoke weed, like I guess it helps you. I don't know.
Calms you. I don't know.
All I know is we're in a matrix and there's a simulation and we're not real. Nothing matters.
Everybody, if you're in your house right now, get up and run. Run towards the horizon.
Plug yourself right now.
Run, jump out of the sky. It's all fake.
Where's Neo? Where's Neo when you need him?
I need to get out of here.
I wouldn't be surprised if we lived in a simulation.
I would not be surprised at all. And like all the people in the psych wards that you see are actually the people who like broke out of it and know the truth, and they want us to think that they're crazy.
Yeah.
Shocking them.
I mean, they are crazy, but like
they are crazy.
They probably couldn't handle what the reality is with like outside of the simulation. You know what I mean?
That's true.
They just couldn't handle it, so that's why like they actually go nuts.
They go nuts because outside of it is like just dudes in lab coats in the sky looking at us all programming. Well, that's like, did you read? I don't know if I'm like imagining this or something, but I feel like I read something where they're trying to get like chips in like your body.
Yeah, that's the whole vaccine thing. With
That's
Bill
right.
Gates with the corona.
I will not be getting that.
Dude,
I will not be.
You have your phone. They track you with that.
Yeah, but I feel I don't know.
Do?
I've seen videos.
Implant thoughts in your head.
I don't know, like something.
Like a software takeover.
Have you like hooked up to something? I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I will not be getting that.
Yeah, because I've hooked up to something. Yeah, because I'm a computer. What kind of question is that? You should be
up.
kicked out of here.
Listen, I'm very intoxicated.
Women don't belong in this podcast. We already talked. Okay.
Women are gonna take over this podcast. But like, I don't know.
We're editing that part out.
Yeah.
Just kidding. She's my friend. She could take it.
Best friend.
Best friend.
I was gonna say something, but I can't.
I was gonna say something, but I can't. Something about family. Can't say it.
I have banned him from a few topics of this podcast.
No.
Because whenever we go out,
I'll expose her.
Something's gonna.
But anyway, I wouldn't be
of,
surprised if, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if this was like a simulation, like a Matrix.
We're in a simulation, definitely.
But where are we in reality? For real.
In like a pod on somewhere. An alien spaceship.
Like we're just traveling.
We're just like, I don't know. We're just like not even here. We're just like all.
What if everything? What if God was also a simulation? Like everything, it's just it comes down to like nothing.
Would you have everything just shut down right now and like the FBI like pulls up like the CIA?
Yeah, like you guys are too woke.
Get out!
You're too woke.
You're going to Pilgrim.
Yeah, you're too woke.
And that's what happens. And then they're in Pilgrim. Did you go there for your clinicals?
No.
Oh my god, terrifying. Nothing against mentally ill, obviously. Like it's really sad.
They put like what the criminally and mentally psychos over there. Right?
Some. See, I was in like the hallway of the people who were like getting ready to like leave, but they weren't really there yet.
There's people that leave.
You can.
That place?
Yeah, they get like enough shock therapy. They can. It was like they call it. Well, they don't leave. They go to like they leave the
they go
ward.
To, like, group homes or something.
Yeah,
like that.
They go to like different places basically that aren't like psychotic, but and then across
so like a
the
step
way.
down.
Yeah, it's like they're living on their own, but they're not. Like they put in like little like hall. Like, I don't know. They had a hallway downstairs. I forget what they called it, but it was like apartments, like loosely the term
Are
apartments.
they allowed to leave the apartment?
No.
No, right.
But it's
locked.
like but it's like it's kind of like here's like a little place for you to live, but like you're still under lock and key kind of. Mm-hmm. But then across the hall from them is the people who like go and like drown their babies and murder their husbands and stuff in their sleep and burn the house down. That's when like people who were like forced to go there by court, and they were crazy. But they weren't the
like
bad.
How?
Like they seem so they're like sociopaths basically, but like where they're deemed like medically insane. Mm-hmm. So they have this rec hall, and they brought us all in there, and we're like sitting in there, we're like watching the basketball game and stuff with all these people, and we go back.
Are they like to like walk around in the psych ward like nothing?
Yeah, but it's locked. Like they can't get out.
I mean, yeah, like a dementia unit almost.
Kinda,
right?
Yeah. And it's like, but they take them to the rec hall then to like play games, and it's kind of I don't know. It's like weird. Like I feel like they can escape. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's like not that locked, not that secure, and they have like movie theaters in there and stuff.
That's cool.
But we're
Fuck
talking.
it, I'm going to a psych ward. I'm going insane.
I'm going insane right now.
Working free. I mean, living for free. Hell yeah, Mom. I'm not paying rent anymore. I'm going to a psych ward.
Just playing basketball.
No.
Every day. But we were talking to this guy, and we're like, oh, he's cool. Like, why is he here? And then we like were able to go up and look at the records, and it was like, oh, he slit his parents' throat while they were asleep and burned the house down and ran to an orphanage and said he was going to burn it down. Literally, it was like crazy.
How old was he when he got put there, do you know?
I think like in his 20s, like late 20s. And he was like maybe 30-something when we visited him.
Damn. It's
just crazy looking at the charts. This one, she's like, I'm going to hang myself like Robin Williams. That was literally a quote in the show, in the actual chart.
gonna hang myself like
Sad.
Robert Williams.
Those are the people that would trip acid in the 60s, and they're crazy.
Yeah, or they're just nuts.
Or they're just crackheads.
It's insane how
Choking.
I'm choking right now. Hold on.
I will not do CPR. I will leave. I'm off duty.
It's okay.
Not CPR. Heimlich.
There's the more people that I work with, the more I realize that there's like crazy people out there that should not be in society.
Oh yeah. Well,
Especially in the U.S. Like other countries, like yeah, there's crazy people, but you know who they are.
exactly.
In the U.S., like there could be just like a normal person just having a conversation. Next thing you know, they pull out a gun and just fucking start shooting everyone.
If you look up all the serial killers, they're all like Americans. Ted
Yeah.
Bundy, all of those, all
Yeah.
Americans. I feel like we're just like sick. It's in the water or something. But like, that's where it comes to the debate. Like, do you believe in capital punishment for people like that? Like, do you think that the state should have a right to kill you if you're that psychotic?
I don't know. I think if you're medically diagnosed as like a psycho person, then no, right?
Well,
But if you have like I would say
I think there's a line, like
there's
schizophrenia.
a line. Well, yeah, there's a line. Yeah, exactly. Like people with schizophrenia, they could kill someone.
Yeah. But they don't like mean it.
Yeah, it's more like paranoid schizophrenic. Like they're scared
Yeah.
somebody's gonna hurt them, and they just go fucking murder someone.
But it's like the antisocial personality, like the
Yeah,
actual
the
sociopaths. I feel like they're never gonna
Yeah.
get better.
Yeah, I think.
So
Yeah, I think they should be. I mean,
euthanized. Lined up
Jerry,
against
no,
the wall.
just ship them to Russia. Like,
Oh my god. Send them to
Actually,
Putin.
they're probably normal over there. They're probably normal people over there.
North Korea.
Yeah.
Send them to Kim. Send them to my boy Kimmy.
They're probably like regular citizens over there.
They probably are. They probably just, oh my god. People get like shot in the street over there probably on a normal day. Fighting bears in the street. That's how I picture Russia to be, by the way.
That's crazy. Like, I've met, like, no joke, I've met like 3 people in the past 2 years who have told me that they're in like psych wards and they're
That
out.
they were in a psych
yeah,
ward?
yeah.
Well, I feel like if you have depression and stuff like that, they'll put you in a psych ward. Like
yeah,
suicide
but
watch.
that's what I mean. Like they've been in like a short-term psych, whatever. Not like Pilgrim where they like.
No, like they're
yeah,
watched.
Yeah.
I watch. Speaking of TikTok, so I'm not on the like
There's
dancing
a girl.
TikTok.
You ever seen that?
I think you're gonna talk about the same one.
You think you sent
She
it
films
to me?
herself in
But
it.
she's like from England.
Yes.
Yeah, and she's
And
like
she-
films herself going to like the psych ward, and she makes
Yep.
TikToks in the psych ward.
Of her like running away from her 1-to-1 and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's hilarious. But see, I'm not on that dancing weirdo Bella TikTok. I'm on like the drug cartel TikTok, the Tourette's TikTok. I don't know how I got there, but I'm there.
How is there so many like TikToks?
There's like it just depends on what you like, the algorithm and stuff. So like I like all like the people in jail. Well, I don't know how they got a phone, but
What?
that's what I'm on. You never seen that?
No.
They're like scraping things off their bed and like hooking up wires and cooking tortillas and stuff on their bed.
No,
I
really?
swear, it's the funniest thing. There's like music
There
in
are
the
a lot of
background.
phones in jail now. What is this?
They have chargers. I don't know if they're allowed to have the phones.
Probably like
but,
general population, like
yeah.
like minor stuff.
But I feel like even then, it's like you still probably shouldn't have a phone in there. But
Yeah, yeah.
and all the comments are like, "Free my boy. He did nothing.
For me, I didn't do nothing.
He didn't do nothing. Free my
I
man.
only had like 3 pounds of weed in the back of my car.
I only shot my wife."
3 times. That's a misdemeanor.
What was my niece telling me the other day? She's like 13. She's like, "Oh, if you slash someone's tire, make sure to slash 4 because the insurance only covers 3 or something like that." It's like even
But
the
that's
kids
how
are
it
getting
starts.
crazy. That's how it starts.
That's where it starts. It starts from a young age. You start like building up these psychopaths.
Well, what do they say? They say, like, if you look, it starts with like bugs. They start killing bugs, like torturing them and stuff. Then they move to like small animals, like maybe like hamsters, rats.
I
and
mean,
stuff.
I've punted a few dogs in my lifetime.
I mean, I used to catch like bees in a net and stomp
Yeah.
the shit out of them because they
I
scared
mean,
me.
I've punted a few dogs in my lifetime. It doesn't make me a psychopath.
I think the line goes was like slitting their throats and hanging them upside down
Oh,
in your
yeah,
shower.
yeah.
I think that's what the line
Yeah.
draws.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, that's
Oh,
a little
God.
different. My cousin was really like, I think he was psycho. He would grab like my puppy and like put his mouth over its face and just like hold it for like 10 seconds. It wouldn't be like 20, like, but he'd be like 10 seconds, and then he would let the puppy go.
What the hell kind of messed up shit is that? Yeah. Ted Bundy, though, I don't know. I would let him bring me into that cave. You see that murder cave? It's pretty romantic.
I don't follow psychopaths like they're my superheroes.
It's pretty romantic.
I stick to Iron Man and Spider-Man, you know?
Ted Bundy, though, I'd pull my car over.
So one of my exes, remember, it's like the second time I took her out on a date. We went to Central Park. And so like we just talking. I don't know what the hell we were talking about, but she was like, yeah, the first book that I got, it was a book that I got from my dad, and it was all about serial killers when I was like 4 years old. I'm like, that explains it. That explains why you're such a psycho.
I would have been like, check please.
That explains it. It's the same one that said that sometimes she forgets that people have feelings. Yeah. I'm like, that should have been a big red flag. I was like 19. I was like, oh my god, this girl is so hot. I'm gonna stick with her.
You should be dead right now, like in a freezer.
Yeah, with my organs missing.
I've been watching too much Law and Order. Killers.
I never really was like fan of those shows, and never found like how entertaining they were.
Oh my god, obsessed.
I rather watch like comedy.
I like comedy. Yeah. I'm just so like messed up in the head, I guess. I like watching that shit. I love serial killers.
I think that's where it starts. Like people watching these shows, like.
Young kids.
The United States is the only country that I've seen where it's almost like all these shows are glorified. Like it's like serial killers are glorified,
suicide's
like mass
glorified.
shooters, like suicide is glorified. So like obviously you're implanting ideas into people's heads. So if when they're going through like a tough time or whatever, they start thinking about that stuff, and then they just like get obsessed with that idea. You know what I mean?
And it's like in your head, and it's like, I want to know what it's like. But
exactly, so they're like, "Oh, this guy was going through a tough time, and he went up and like shot up like fucking three people." I was like, "Yeah." So then they do the same thing because they think, "Oh, this person did it." Like, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna get attention. I'm gonna get a Netflix show made after me and stuff like that. Yeah,
but not only that, it's like then that just becomes like a coping mechanism for those people. You know what I mean? It's like shit gets implanted in your head because all these shows and like from a young age. Because I remember when I was like when I was in Colombia, I never saw a show like that in Colombia. Well, like never. I never saw a show like, because there was enough shit in the news to watch to be like, oh, this person got murdered, this person got murdered.
Person decapitated in the street.
Yeah, well, it wasn't like that. But it was like here, like people get shot all the time, you know what I mean? Yeah. So
New York City.
Yeah, so like, but I never, there wasn't a show where like they're doing a documentary on a serial killer like here, where it's almost glorified.
It is.
It's crazy.
You're
but
right.
That's their objective. I think like those are the like those people's objective, especially like a sociopath. They just want the attention, you know.
No, they do. That's basically what it is. Donald Trump. Permanently.
You know what's surprising though?
What?
The amount of this year, the amount of girls that have fucking OnlyFans.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Like every single girl has an OnlyFans.
Men too.
Do you have an OnlyFans? I hope not. I never want to see that shit.
I'm thinking about it. You know how much money they make? God damn.
They make tons.
I'll just sit there and like, not even an OnlyFans. I'll just sit in front of the camera and cry.
Some people probably get off
please,
that.
Please,
some people probably like, yeah, keep crying.
Cry some more. Tell me
about
your childhood dramas.
They probably, yeah.
I don't know. I never like spoke to someone who had an OnlyFans. I've just like seen people on Twitter.
Yeah,
I know you do.
I know a few people that do.
Getting these free memberships over here.
Yeah, I mean.
People charge a lot of money for that.
Yeah. I've never I swear on God, I've never paid for an OnlyFans. Like I've gotten like free year memberships.
I'd pay if John Mayer made one. That's about it.
Yeah, but they charge a ton of money. They charge like
it's like a Netflix subscription.
It's like per subscriber, $10 a month. That's.
And if you have like 700, even like just
800 subscribers, that's $8,000 a month.
I'm about
That's only the subscription part. Then they have like the direct message one, where you pay $500 for like
custom
stuff, and then like, oh, I'll show you my panties, and then like it's crazy. They make so much money.
Let me borrow your laptop really quick. Let me sign up.
No, fuck no. You're not using my fucking IP address over here.
Animal Planet. We'll call it Giraffe Manor. But I've seen, like, I don't know, but here's what I don't understand. All right, so you have these girls, like, posting all this stuff. Like, it's basically nudes, right? Like,
They're
you're basically
amateur
posting
porn
nudes.
stars.
They're amateur porn stars, but, like, porn's free. So why are people paying for something that they can see for free?
They want to be more, I guess, more custom, like, be customizable. Like, the fact that, I guess, guys, the fact that you're talking with a person who's sending you nudes.
Go on Tinder.
Like, well, yeah. But what I'm saying is, it's like, I guess it's easy. I don't fucking know.
I don't know. I just don't understand it. But if I can make $8,000 a month, I don't know.
I'm telling you, they make, yeah.
I've been going to the gym.
You know, they make some good money.
They do. And it's kind of crazy. You know what's crazy? That's crazy. These OnlyFans people are making all these money. People on YouTube are making all this money.
People
like
on
movie
YouTube don't
stars.
really make that much money.
If you get the advertisements, you
Well,
can.
yeah, if you like, are sponsored and stuff like that, if you're big, you get sponsored, yeah.
But this is what I never understood. You look at the people. I mean, surgeons and stuff obviously make a lot of money. But
I mean, even doctors.
Even
they
doctors.
make decent money.
But nurses, like people who like are still in that
because
field.
Because you're not attracting an audience. That's what it is.
That's true.
It's not like corporations are going to a nurse and be like, please advertise this to the next patient you see.
Viagra.
Yeah, like I'm gonna give you high blood pressure, but you should take Viagra next time. Just letting you know.
But it's the most random advertisements that they get too. Like I used to watch a lot of YouTube videos in like middle school and high school and stuff, and it was like these like young hot guys stuff that make these videos, and then it would be like, oh, here's this random product that they asked me to do that I probably never even heard of in my life, and they get like hundreds of dollars just for putting that on their video.
Yeah, that's like, what it is. It's the advertisement.
But then people who actually go out and like work for a living,
because again, corporations are paying them. Like there is like a big. Like, there's a huge, like, company that's like, yeah, I'll give you, like, $100 if you just show this for, like, 30 seconds.
But, yeah, in the background.
Yeah.
Just put, like, a vitamin water thing in the background.
That's what it is. It's all the advertisement. And it goes down also to, like, sports people. Like, LeBron James with, like, Nike. Or, like, Cristiano Ronaldo, who's got, like, a Nike deal. Like, all this fucking...
Kanye West with
the, you know what I mean?
Adidas and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's all about the advertisement and, like, the company's paying them. You know, because at the end of the day, you're just doing you're doing marketing for them.
It's just crazy. I don't know.
Like professional athletes, they get like $1 million deals from like Gatorade or like, you know, just shit like that.
Just anything. They could just like wear a shirt one game or something, or like anything, and they get like millions of dollars for it.
Yeah, because there's a lot of eyes on them.
Yeah.
So like this podcast gets big one day.
Please.
Make some money. You know.
If this podcast gets shared to everybody in your family, and then that
share,
person
like,
shares
subscribe for 7 years of luck. If not, your mom's gonna die.
Oh my god.
That was dark. Your dog. Let's play it down a little bit. Your dog.
Your hamster. I don't know. Let's play it down.
Your cat.
Your whole family.
We'll meet down the middle. Not your mom, just your cat.
Your entire family's gonna burn in a fire.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much.
I'm a very sick individual. You'll learn. If I'm ever allowed back on here again.
She's not going to be allowed back here. So it's going to be another girl, not her.
Listen. We out. We out tonight.
We're not out tonight.
Shout out to Ivan.
Yeah, Ivan.
The VIP in every bar. Our boy Ivan.
No, but yeah.
Whoa.
Break my mic. Oh my god. I knew this was a bad idea.
Listen.
I knew women didn't belong in this podcast.
Women don't deserve rights.
Your hero just died. Oh my god, I'm not posting this.
Fuck that bitch.
I'm not posting this.
Listen.
I am not posting this. Actually, I can quite.
You're gonna post this. You have to post this. Come on. Yeah. What's if we sat here and we're like politically correct and everything? What fun is that?
Yeah, no, not fun at all.
And then in 10 years, when you're getting canceled for bringing up what you said on the podcast.
Yeah, that's what I'm
afraid
afraid
fun of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. My cousin has a theory about her.
What, that she was killed?
But he's kind of like, I love him, but he's kind of like out there like with political and stuff, and he's like, he thinks that she died. Cause didn't she have like cancer or something? Like,
which cousin are we talking about?
He thinks she died a long time ago, and they like replaced her with like a mannequin or something, with like something that's like not her. Like they replaced her with
that's
somebody
what
else.
happened with people from Florida. They don't have enough. They have too much time in their hands.
He's not from Florida.
He lives in Florida.
Wrong cousin. He lives in Ohio, actually.
There's another one?
That's my cousin. Florida one's my cousin.
I'm not going to expose you to a world like this. I can't. They're probably already, like, if whoever's watching, they're probably already know
my entire family.
Yeah.
All my friends. My one friend.
You know, I forgot what the fuck I was going to say. I was too focused on exposing you.
Please don't. Not today. Maybe tomorrow.
I'm not going to expose you. Yeah, I mean, what the fuck was I going to say? We could edit this part out.
Yes.
Wait, so they were saying that she died a long time ago.
That she died, like, of whatever cancer she had. And they, like, either... I forget what he said exactly. They either replaced her with, like, a fake one to, like, keep a woman in office. He's very, like, loves Donald Trump and everything. Yeah, and conspiracy theory.
Oh, he's a Trumper, huh?
He's a big Trumper. Big Trumper.
We're not going to get into politics.
No, I would refuse
But
to get into
anyway,
politics.
he was saying what?
Just that they replaced her, like it was a mannequin or something, and that she's actually been dead. And that this was just, like, a lie.
The government does do shady shit.
Government shady.
But think about how convenient it is that she just died 46 days before.
Before the election.
Think about the whole fucking thing. Like, the whole year, how it played out.
Kobe
died, but that's besides the point. That was a true legend.
R.I.P. No, but whole year.
But think about the whole year. Trump, they tried to kick Trump out of office.
Yep, didn't work.
Right? Then coronavirus hit.
Randomly.
Right? Randomly.
Just out of nowhere. Listen.
Like, in an election year. The year before an election year. It's all political. Like, I'm not saying, like, it's like both sides. There's some shady shit going on with both sides. That's like, the coronavirus hit, then, like, the Democrats are like, we're going to impeach Trump.
Yep.
Then the Republicans are like, no, he's doing a great job with the coronavirus. Then the whole BLM. Then all the riots. And then, then you have people from, like, they're from, like, the far right going into, like, these protests and like fucking just going 8-ball and, like, just fucking. But there's, like, people from, like, the right and the left going there and just, like, starting, like, fucking chaos. All this happened in an election year. It's too convenient.
It's way too convenient. The Purge is next. I'm waiting for it.
It's too convenient. Now this lady dies 46 days.
The only
woman before election.
Like, the only woman.
There's something going on.
No, it's all political. And I'm not going to, like, get too into politics. But, like, the Democratic Party and the Republican Party are both so evil and so corrupt. And it's like...
Where's that guy, Joe Jurgensen?
Who?
It's like an independent that people are like...
Oh, yeah, but he's not.
Joe Jurgensen? I don't fucking know.
Joe Biden. And then Joe Biden comes out of the mist, like, not even knowing where he is.
Yeah,
like,
there's something going on. Like, what is happening? What are they truly... What's really happening behind the scenes? You know what I mean? What's truly happening? That's my question. Like, they cannot just hate each other like that. There has to be something else.
But it's
something else.
But what's weird to me is, like, look at the candidate. It's just, something's very sketchy about the whole thing. Like, yeah, Trump's like an ass and everything, but then you look at Joe Biden and it's like, who is this guy?
Yeah. He was our vice president for 4 years.
I know. Well, I know who he is, but it's like, do you ever see those videos of him where he's like, he talks, he makes no sense. Like, it almost feels weird.
But then if you start, like, you could come up with so many conspiracy theories about this shit, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, you could come up with a conspiracy theory that, like, Joe Biden, he's just a puppet man who is being controlled by the far left and going into, like, if he wins, then it's going to be like a full far left. But then you could look at it you could flip the coin and be like, what if the Republicans actually were behind the scenes this whole time and they're just putting up an act and they're putting up Joe Biden so Trump does win.
Yeah.
So the Republican can actually run.
It
you know what I mean? Or they're just working together. because they're hiding something like worse. You know what I mean?
And that's why
like they have their own fucking lab of humans. Who fucking knows?
I don't know. It's all very shady. But like you said, it's very convenient. It's like, how did this all start? And then
the way everything played out is almost like it was like play-by-play book.
Yeah, and obviously coronavirus, like obviously COVID's a thing, like actually a thing.
Yeah.
But the numbers, they lied about the numbers. Being like in healthcare, the numbers are lied about. You have people who die from cancer.
There's been people has died in like motorcycle accidents but again, that's all corporation. That's all, the hospitals just want the money.
Yeah, and
you know what I mean?
Like I feel like it's political.
The thing is, but not only that, like hospitals were doing that on purpose because they were getting like twice the reimbursement from the insurance
for
companies.
The patient.
If somebody died of COVID or whatever, if they like admitted a patient with COVID, they would get like double the insurance with reimbursement. So like when they would like exaggerate all these numbers, it was all about money. It was about like hospitals getting their good share of, because hospitals are not
greedy.
A charity.
No.
It's not a fucking charity. Like, hospitals take all these people, you know what I mean, to make the most money. You know what I mean? They don't care. They don't fucking care.
No. But I just wonder, like, my uncle who just passed away, he died of cancer. But he did have COVID. No symptoms, asymptomatic, but he tested positive.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the death certificate because I want to know, like, what are they going to put it as?
They're probably going to put COVID in
and he's in
somewhere.
Florida.
They're probably going to put COVID in there
I bet. And he, like, didn't even have it. Like, he tested positive, didn't have it, basically.
Yeah.
No symptoms.
Yeah. But then again, like, he died of cancer, but there's a lot of people who have it. And there's, like, it's not like the disease is killing them. The actual disease, it's like a secondary reaction to it.
Yeah. It's
you
like,
know what I mean?
Well, they say it attacks what your weakest point is.
Yeah.
So, like, when I had it, it was like...
And also, like, the whole coronavirus, it's so smart. It's such, like...
Yeah, it's too smart.
It's like everything. It's like play-by-play book. Like the coronavirus, right? The fucking virus is so smart.
Too smart.
It's like and they're coming up with articles that like say like this shit was fucking it was man-made. It was man-made.
And I'm not surprised.
The way the virus acted, the way it, and this is my theory on it. I think the virus was man-made.
Oh, absolutely
in a lab
was.
somewhere.
Absolutely
the
was.
whole thing that like China fucking like something. I don't think this was an accident.
It wasn't.
Number one, I don't think this was an accident.
I will fight like for that.
I don't think this was an accident. I don't think it just fucking slipped out or like out of a lab or whatever.
A guy ate a bat.
Yeah. Because they're saying it came from like a bat in like a fucking shop, like fruit shop in like Wuhan. But then they were saying the lab thing. What? But like this thing was. This is my theory. I'm not saying this is true, but this is my theory, right? This thing was fucking man-made.
It was.
The way it behaved, the way it transmitted from person to person, the way it hit everybody at once. Like, this thing was in the United States since probably early January.
And
even December.
Yeah. No, they say it was here from last year, like October and stuff. And people just didn't know about it.
This thing was probably, like, circling around, like... Man. I was reading an article that said, like, viruses, like, for example, viruses... I mean, they're smart things. Like the viruses are very smart. But there's viruses who like infect people around the earth, right? Yeah. But no symptoms. Like you could have you could have the next pandemic in your body right now.
Exactly.
And it's laying dormant, and it's just collecting like information about like it's almost like it's creating a genetic blueprint of the human race or kind or human, and then once it like activates or whatever, then it just fucking causes chaos. Because they were saying like in California, they're speculating that last year this coronavirus was going around California.
Oh yeah.
Because California this year got hit really hard, but then they were like, you remember they were like the first ones to get hit really hard, but then out of nowhere, like no more cases happened in California.
Yeah. And now they're bad.
They were saying but they were saying that like there's like a section in California where people like they're thinking that they had it. That's why, like, they didn't get sick this year when it came back around. But my theory, to my theory, I think this thing is made up. Like, it was made up, and you... Is that my phone or your phone?
It's not mine.
Fuck.
New closing statement.
New closing statement. So, wait, there was not even a closing statement because it got cut off halfway, mid-conversation. So, this is a ghetto podcast, so I'm recording with my phone because obviously I don't have a camera because I'm not that fucking fancy. And after we recorded the whole podcast, right, then I went to look at my camera, my phone, and some fucking asshole decided to call me mid-podcast.
Some piece of shit dickhead.
Some piece of crap. Not trying to roast anyone, but
we are.
The fact that that person called me in the middle of a fucking podcast. Pretty upset about it, dude. You ruined my podcast, and I hope your children get syphilis. If you have any children. That was messed up, man. I'm upset.
My podcast.
My podcast. Mine only.
My episode.
Mine only. Nobody else's. I come up with the idea myself. This is not Facebook. I'm going to lawyer up, asshole. You ever seen that scene?
What?
You ever seen that scene from
like
Facebook?
No.
Well, whoever watched that movie knows what's going on.
Get me a lawyer.
I'm going to lawyer up,
sue!
asshole, because I'm not coming back for 50%. I'm coming back for everything. Anyway, make sure this fucking other microphone's recording, and it is.
Well,
closing statements now, again, even though we had, 20 minutes of film?
Of fire
film. We're talking about California and fucking how weird that state is. We're just roasting everybody pretty much.
Roast? That's what we do.
That's what we do.
The roasting podcast.
But anyway, I guess we do closing statements, and I'll try not to cry myself to sleep tonight.
My closing statement is don't be an asshole and don't call your friends in the middle of podcasts.
Don't call your friends if I'm in the middle of a podcast.
Don't call your friends
at
all.
If you know around the time your friend is recording a podcast, don't call him, especially when you know he doesn't have the equipment, so he has to record with his phone. iPhone Pro Max, so iPhone 11 Pro Max, which is $1,200 right there, but still.
Well, I don't know. That's my closing statement.
Yeah. Just don't be a dick. Don't call your friends. Don't call me ever. Send me a text message.
It's 2020. Who calls anybody anymore?
I don't even answer my phone anymore. Just send me a voice call, like a voice mail or a voice message
you
on
only
iMessage.
Only people call if you want to.
Exactly. You don't even do that for that. You just said hey, what are you doing? Boom. Booty call? Cool. Netflix and chill.
Maybe if you're an old booty call.
If you have a lot of friends, don't call them. They're probably busy recording a podcast.
Or jerking off. Anyway.
Well, I gave that up a while ago, so... Anyway. Closing statements. We already said them. This has been the Dude's Tavern. Please follow me on Instagram at the Dude's Tavern. YouTube at the Dude's Tavern. Facebook at the Dude's Tavern. MySpace at the Dude's Tavern. OnlyFans. Did we get caught off at the OnlyFans one?
Nope.
No, we got past that.
We got past the OnlyFans.
Okay, thank God. I hope.
Better ever or something.
Better, yeah. Oh, God almighty.
You'll see me on the page of the news.
You'll see me on
front
News
page
12.
Of the news. Yeah.
Accident manslaughter. Just kidding. That's fucked up.
In my new whip.
That was dark.
Anyway. Follow me too.
After that rant.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah, follow. What's your...
Ali Roth 97. You'll link it.
I won't link that. I don't even know how to edit my own videos well. You've seen my videos? That's all me, by the way. I don't know how to do that straight.
This is his podcast.
My precious.
Don't you call me ever again.
Don't even try to be a co-host, okay?
Because I'm the co-host now.
Not even you, bitch.
Excuse me.
Nobody's a co-host.
I thought we were
This is a one-man show. Maybe eventually.
Me.
The only co-host would probably be a really hot girl, not you.
Me.
Not her.
What can I say, guys?
Yeah. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, Tumblr, Vine, TikTok,
Webkins, Club Penguin,
RuneScape,
World of Warcraft,
my gamer tag.
Oh.
On Xbox is at the Dude's Tavern. Why do I keep saying the
Hit me up in the gulag.
Yeah, you wanna drop in the gulag? Hit me up. Oh, and another thing, we did in the last episode, even though I haven't Or I already did publish the last episode. By now, I would have published the last episode that I did with my buddy Zach. At the end of each episode, we were asking to donate $1 to the Dude's Tavern for. I just want to buy a skateboard. So I'm kidding. No, but we have the silly #silly mode. Send me all your silly videos, and I will be posting them on my Instagram at the Dude's Tavern. So send your silly videos to me at the Dude's Tavern. #silly mode. And you know what I'm gonna do?
What?
So whoever sends me the videos, I'm gonna rate them. Then I'm gonna grab my board and I'm gonna put my board over here. And I'm gonna hashtag you or give you a shout out to my 3 followers. 3 followers.
We love you.
Anyway, this has been the Dude's Tavern. Peace.